Hi everyone, this is a reading with me. I hope you are doing well. This is for all star signs. If you're here, I feel like it is a sign that there are messages for you. We'll see what's coming through, what's happening. And also if you ever wanted to purchase any personal services, rituals, intention items, which by the way have thousands of 5-star reviews, check out shopmoonlightguidance.com. Everything's also listed in the description box below under the video, so it's all there for you, and we're going to have a look and see what is coming through for you. Let's begin. All right, I hope you're doing well, and if not, I really hope I can help you. This is always such a safe space where you're welcome. Okay, and I'm here every single day and have been for the last 4 years. I want to say 4 years. Well, on YouTube anyways. Which is quite a lot of dedication to be here every single day for 4 years. Every single day. I have never missed a day, which I think is impressive. Okay, so we've got here the interesting cards of there being a person that's on your mind, but you know what's really on their mind? The fact that you're on their mind. So the thing here is that I feel like you have a person on your mind and you're really confused because this person acts very like unbothered, like they don't want you, they don't care about you. They're so busy doing their own thing, they're busy with their life, they're busy doing this, that, the other. And what's really, really interesting is that actually on their mind, okay, you are on their mind. So whereas you might think that this person's unbothered, they don't care about you, they're living their best life, and you might think to yourself like, I'm never going to be on their mind because they're busy doing 700 things. What's really interesting is that you are on their mind. You actually are on their mind. They do think about you a lot. They reflect about you. They wonder what you're doing, what you're up to, how you are, what have you been up to in your days. And that's really interesting because, whereas sometimes this person just acts like, I'm here, I'm doing this, I've got a million friends, I've got a huge social life, blah, blah, blah. They definitely still think about you, which I think is really fascinating. And yeah, the thing here is that your perspective of them is very different because you think like you're just like another thing, on a list or something. That's not true. They really think about you. Even if they're surrounded by a lot of people, they still pick up on your energy. Like they still think about like how kind you are, caring you are, genuine you are, how generous you are, how sweet you are, how nurturing of a person you are. So we have that here with the 7 of Wands. There's a bit of a struggle here in your mind because you're thinking to yourself, this person really doesn't care based on their actions. And obviously actions speak very loud, but there's a lot of things that people also don't say. Like they'll just never say it, right? So what's really interesting is that this person here acts very different on the outside to what's happening on the inside. Inside, there's so much overthinking, so much chaos, so much like, what's this like, what's that like, what should I do about this, what should I do about that? But on the outside, they don't really say much, they don't really do much. They act strong, like they've got themselves together. They act like they know exactly what to do and how to do it and how to go about things. They act like they know exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to do it and how things are going to be. And so they feel like they know exactly what's going to be, But the truth of the matter here is that that's not the case, because what's actually the case is the fact that internally they overthink. Internally, they feel stressed out. Internally, they feel chaotic. Internally, they feel like, how am I going to do this? What am I going to do? Ah! They feel really, really stressed and very, very overwhelmed. And they don't know how to always handle that kind of energy because they just feel like, okay? Literally, is how they feel. I'm not joking when I say, is what they are feeling like, okay? But on the outside, you might see them as very composed. Very... okay, but internally they're like, I hope you get my point now. So that's what's happening. Internally, they're actually starting to feel like you might move on. Internally, they're starting to feel like, what if you're not interested in me anymore? They have a way of not acting like this, but being like this, because they were always shown that as a child, they shouldn't be too emotional. They shouldn't be showing all of their cards, okay? They shouldn't be... it's a form of like, I wouldn't say childhood conditioning, but they basically followed what their parents did in the relationship and in their relationship, but also they followed like a lot of people in their family who would like run businesses and things like that, or they follow someone who runs a business who has a lot of success, but has had a lot of success by being very like stern on the outside, very like, you got to follow my way, you got to do this like this, you know, sort of like a little bit of ego and a bit of pride. And they've seen that, you know, people like that end up being very successful. So they've tried to mirror that, and they've done that as a child, actually, that they've mirrored this kind of energy. So as they become older, they've not really been able to understand their emotions and their feelings. They've sort of ran away from their emotions and their feelings, but really on the outside, they would be like that sort of business person, you know, like, and they've seen some success in their life. This person has seen success, but what they haven't seen success with is their emotions. They haven't been able to understand themselves. They feel very chaotic, you know, in that sense. And I really feel here as well that they are definitely stressing out over you. You know, they're stressing out over the fact that you can't really read them. And they feel like you probably can read them, but they have no idea that you can't read them because they are so polar opposites, you know, within themselves. Like one second they are, you know, really forward coming, and the next second you're confused as to where you even stand with them, and you're like, what is happening? How's this happening? What is going on? You know, so sometimes you don't know where you stand in the situation, you don't know really what's happening, you don't know what to do. It can be quite overwhelming and frustrating and challenging and confusing, and you just think to yourself, like, how is this even happening? And that can really sort of get to you and frustrate you quite a bit as well. But what's really interesting here is that the Temperance definitely does showcase the fact that they are at least thinking about the fact that their behavior is quite erratic, and that they need to calm it down, and sort of not just calm it down, but balance it out, okay? Like balance it out, understand themselves, and be who they are on the outside to match who they are on the inside, rather than one way on the outside, one way on the inside, which is just like clashing, like it's hurting them more than anything else. So that's what we have there. And then the King of Cups here as well, they really like you. They have such strong feelings towards you, that they feel so connected to you. They feel feelings of love towards you. They feel understanding towards you. They feel respect towards you. They feel connected towards you. They feel drawn towards you. They feel like you are their person, and they really like you a lot. And they just feel like, oh yeah, you know, like I want you. They just don't feel happy within themselves, okay? So a lot of this comes from their childhood as well, like don't be too emotional, act strong, be strong, and they've never really understood their emotions. And as time goes by and the older they get, the more they realize, like, I actually feel something here, and why do I feel this way? Oh wait, I should just be strong. And then they realize, like, but I don't actually feel good being strong. So there's a bit of conflict happening here in their soul and in their energy. Okay, let's see what message cards we have here. By the way, yeah, if anyone ever wanted a personal tarot reading with me, I do offer them. It's on my website and linked down below, and on shopmoonlightguidance.com. There's also intention items, which thousands of people have seen results with. There's thousands of 5-star reviews at the bottom of my website for those, but there's bracelets, candles, sage bundles, teas, pom-poms, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow or keep around you. Everything's meditated with, handmade and saged, and really special, so definitely check that out if you're interested. And so yeah, everything is like literally there, so definitely, you know, check it out if you are interested. But yeah, so that's what we basically have. Let's see some message cards. And there's also rituals as well for different areas of your life, which all focus on healing your energy so that your intention comes through. There's also rituals for like love, healing as well, which, you know, this person needs a bit of healing. But there's healing rituals, rituals for black magic removal, protection ritual, money, love, justice, career, healing, business, protection, etc. So there are messages towards you. I'm going to reach out soon, so clearly they are going to reach out to you soon, regardless of this chaotic behavior. They'll be lurking on your social media accounts, so, you know, they'll be trying to look over what you're doing. I got mad at you for being right, so if they've sort of had like a bit of an outburst towards you, or you've had some kind of conflict with one another in terms of being right, then I really feel here that there is, you know, more progress that will happen. And then we've got here as well, my stability causing me problems. So, you know, they feel like them being stable on the outside is what's causing them problems to understand their true emotions and feelings, because they were always taught to be like very like on top of things, stern, like very like, Does that even make sense? And they're just feeling like quite overwhelmed right now, but they're actually stressing out that they could lose you based on their behavior, because they feel like their behavior isn't the best, and they know this, and they know that what they feel internally is not matching up with how they are on the outside. So they are stressing about like losing you and not feeling, you know, great about the situation as a whole. So let's just have a look at that as well. Them losing you, Judgment. Yeah, they're starting to feel like someone like you will not want to be with someone emotionally chaotic like themselves. So they're starting to realize that, and they want to do some kind of healing, I feel, right? They will go to some kind of psychologist or counselor or someone to help them heal and someone to help them understand their behavior, which I think is really interesting, especially with Judgment and the Nine of Pentacles. What they truly need, though, is shadow work healing. You know, shadow work healing to help them understand their childhood self, their childhood trauma, to understand why they were emotionally sort of in this pattern that they've been in. So that can be really beneficial. I mean, I actually offer shadow work healing as well, to be honest, and people have done it for, you know, a person, which is nothing bad to do at all. So, you know, if you wanted to do a shadow work healing for this person, it is a ritual that I actually offer to basically heal their shadow self, so that in reality they start to feel stronger, better, and much more healed from past trauma, heartbreak, sadness, grief, childhood trauma, for example, and also kind of like conditioning that they've sort of been brought up with as a child. So if you're interested, you know, that is something that I do offer. But as a whole, they see you as someone very well-rounded, very independent, someone that like knows themselves, and so they're starting to feel like, would you even want to, you know, be with me? So they're starting to panic and worry, and so they're trying to get themselves together, and I feel like they're taking those next steps towards healing. They're trying to be proactive towards that as well, because they don't want to lose you. They're actually starting to get really stressed and obsessed and overwhelmed and frustrated by, what if you leave me? What if you don't want to be with me? What if you don't see a future with me anymore? Like, they're starting to actually panic a lot in regards to that, and that's making them feel really, really uncomfortable and very, very sad. So that's definitely something that is coming through here from what I am picking up on, and obviously it's making them feel really stressed. So they'll take those steps towards healing so that they can feel good on the outside, good on the inside, but also so that they can understand themselves emotionally. They can understand their behavior and how they are on the outside, so it matches the inside, so that who they are on the outside is also who they are on the inside. So that is what we have here. This is your reading. If this resonates with you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out the description box below for information on personal services, readings, items, rituals, all that good stuff. I also have TikTok and Instagram. I post short readings on there every single day. Moonlight.guidance on Instagram, Moonlight Guidance on TikTok, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.